This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
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 It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Yes, people. Yeah, it's Man United. No, not the same person. All different people. Some of them are the same, like Graham Souness, the flipping wanker. But anyways, smash the likes. Wonder what we're talking about. It's probably Manchester United, if you didn't know. Gyokeres transfer stuff. If you haven't seen a David Ornstein, he said a lot last night and pretty much posted a lot as well in this morning. You know, same kind of thing that we already know, right? You know, pretty much know. But we're not getting Gyokeres. I don't even know why the intermediaries are trying to force us into this what's it called? This transfer stupidness with Arsenal. We don't want him no more. We don't want dads that are crying because their son is not getting a move, even though he's only mid-July. We don't want all of that. Do you understand? He's been flirting and twerking for Arsenal for so long. I don't even want to get into it, but we have to. Other than that, we've got Sesko stuff, too expensive. As a package. Jackson is definitely not happening as it stands. And you know what? If we want to be consistent, then they're even saying Ollie Watkins is deemed to be a little bit too pricey for now until other sales are made. And on top of that, the demands are a little bit too high for what Man United are pretty much looking for. There's goalkeeper, you know, this whole Emi Martinez loan stuff not happening. They've rejected that. And I think that came out, what, about a week ago? A week ago, I think that happened, and he's only come out now. United are still deciding on the goalkeeper. So yeah, but Amorim wants 3 more. Man United want 3 more. How much money we really have is, again, no idea. But if you're not going to go for these expensive strikers, then it really narrows it down to about 3 key players in my mind. So we'll get right down into it. But anyways, Sporting Lisbon keep trying to use us as a political footballing club. You know, fuck off is the message. That really is the message. Stop using our name and stop trying to beg for it. You done it, you know, they've done it what? 3 years? Well, no, not 3 years. Sorry, 3-4 days ago when they're trying to use our name. And then again, they're trying to offer us Gyokeres. When really and truly, we don't want him no more. We're not going to afford him no more. The price went up for him. And also he's working for Arsenal 24/7. So on that notice, allow it, please. Let's get on with life. You know, it's about time we stop in every single player conversation just for what? Because they want a new contract or they want a bidding war. How does Manchester United, you know, think about it logically. How does Man United work in a bidding war for anyone? We're broke, remember? So how are we gonna go and tease the next player over what he wants, which is Arsenal? Because we're gonna offer what? We're gonna probably offer what, max 50 million. There's the bidding war. Don't know. Maximilian. Stinky. It's actually stinky. And it's annoying. But even this whole, you know, we're going to have to wait probably, what, 2-3 days, I think, to see what this target is. And at this rate, we can't sell no one. How are we meant to really know what kind of striker we're going to go for? Sancho is not even close, allegedly, you know, according to Ornstein. So all these other outlets that we've been trying to follow are talking absolute was. Rashford's only a loan deal. Anthony's no closer than before. And again, Garnacho is, well, the only way we actually move for anyone is probably through Garnacho. I saw this Evan Nilsson stuff. Come on, this what's his name? Ekram Kone or whatever his name. He's bollocks. So let's not even dive into that part. I'm not even trying to see Gyokeres in United colours. I'm sorry, but if there's a world where Arsenal pull out and they go for another target, I don't want United going anywhere near Gyokeres. I don't want to deal with that. You know, when you're just really put off, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm quite put off with this whole Gyokeres saga. You know, the amount of twerking for a rival is like, well, you clearly don't want us. I don't really want you, even if you're available. Maybe next year. You know, if you start Sporting, maybe next year, but I'm trying to move on with life away from, you know, number 9s. When I deep it, we need someone that probably that's got a bit better link up, but can't take away his finishing ability though. Can't take that away. You know, after witnessing Højlund once again at, you know, against the what was it, Leeds, I don't really want to see Gyokeres. So Arsenal, hurry up, please hurry up and get your man. Because I'm not trying to see any more links with my club.
Get your man out my DM.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of the DMs. Go collect her. Do you know what I mean? Stop teasing. And Sporting, get your shit together. I know they're never going to see this, but get your shit together. You know, you got someone that's a want away. She don't want you no more. Just let him sign for the price that is being requested by Arsenal. Okay? Let it go. Anywho, moving on. Sesko, Jackson, way too expensive. You know, when it come out yesterday, that Jackson, what is it, 80 to 100 million? You can't help but thank Chelsea. You know, thanking Chelsea should be #1 priority from us fans at the moment. When you're seeing that they're quoting him around what, at 80 to 100 million? Is that right? 80 to 100 million? Thank the Lord. You're outpricing everyone. It goes to show that you want to keep Jackson. There's nothing wrong with keeping him. Keep him. No one wants him. Aston Villa, they might not even want him anymore. If you're going to quote that, that's absolute bollocks. In a world, if I ever saw United, I'll be real. For all the work that we're trying to do now, if Man United ever put down a 60 million bid for Jackson, I'm straight. I'm Wilcox out. I'm all of it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm so done. 40 million or a straight Garnacho swap, I hear it. But that's not going to be the case. If Jackson leaves, then they're going to want another attacker. Go get Garnacho. I'll take a swap. I don't mind a swap. It's not the greatest scenario, but I don't mind it. That's where I'm at with all of that. And the fact that United are talking, you know, with the hold of Watkins apparently and all these other lot, I feel like we're really in the dark in all of this. Even Ornstein, I think, is in the dark. It's just kind of easy to make an assumption that a player is a little bit too expensive or not too expensive. The likes of Sesko as well, being way too expensive at this moment of time. Well, I could have told you that 2-3 days ago. It makes no sense. So when United, when it came out that, you know, United are making inquiries, I mean, what inquiry do you need? Why are you wasting time? You know, why are we wasting so much time on this whole attack situation with the likes of that bum? Yeah, who you know what? He's not a bum. He's a good player, but you know, learn your lesson, please. He's going to cost even more than Højlund. I don't exactly want that being a scenario when you can use all that money, if there was available, to go and get yourself a proper central midfielder. I'd rather get a proper central midfielder than a proper striker this summer. I'll be so honest. I don't feel like anyone actually comprehends how diabolical upstairs at United, how crap our midfield is. No matter what combinations you put, it's nasty work. I just don't understand. You've already got 2 goal scorers. It might not get you over the line, like in a perfect scenario, but it will definitely, as a balance, it makes a lot of sense. But what's not balanced is our midfield. You know, there's no real inquiries from what David Ornstein is saying. Like there's no real movement in terms of central midfielders. You know, apparently this whole goalkeeper stuff as well is it's deemed an emergency. So it looks like we're going to definitely go and get a goalkeeper at this point. I mean, at least that means probably won't see a Nana in the sticks, which is not the worst case. But if you're going to tell me that you can either go and get that, I don't know why they keep calling him this. Can someone tell me, by the way, Dibu Martinez? Why do they keep calling him Dib? Why are they not calling him Emmy? Where does Dibu come from? What the fuck is a Dibu? Have I missed a trick? Is that his actual name? Is that his actual first name? And is his nickname Emmy or what? Is that his nickname? Because since when are we on like these nickname bases with some of these players? Dibu. Anyways, it makes no sense. Even in a title, Dibu Martinez. Is that his actual first name? What's his name? Let me check this. His name is Emiliano. His name's Emiliano. Where do you get Dibu? His name's Damien. Oh my God, his name's Damien. Or Damian. His name's Damien. His name's not even Emiliano. His name is Damien Emiliano Martinez Romero, also known as Dibu. What? All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Dibu's not his name, as a nickname. His name's Damien. I think Kun Aguero, though. I'm pretty sure that's his actual name. No, Sergio Aguero is Kun Aguero. Oh, his name's Sergio Leonel Aguero del Castillo, also known as Kun Aguero. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. Then it must be a cultural thing. But I've never, you know what the maddest thing is? I've never seen it before. Like even through Sky Sports or when they're talking about Martinez. Actually, how about this? Even before when the transfer window was kind of opening, all of a sudden do you know what I mean? I've never seen Fabrizio call him Dibu. Like we're all meant to know who the hell Dibu is. Sounds like something from Pingu. Anywho, Sesko being too expensive. You knew that as well. I don't understand why we're wasting a lot of time. So if all these strikers are deemed expensive, then we got to think or rationalize what strikers are not going to be worth as much. And I've only got 3 names. First and foremost, I think I said it yesterday. Kolo Muani, who allegedly, again, that we're interested in. And I don't think Kolo Muani would be a bad shout. You know, he's going to want to get into the French team. It's a World Cup year. Makes a lot of sense. He's probably a want away. PSG going to want to offload him. Sure. He's not going to cost, what, 40, 50 million? Surely you go and say, well, he's not in your plans. You can go get him for what? You should be able to secure him for what, 25, 30 million. So cool. That's one option. Someone a little bit cheaper. Vlahovic, no. Vlahovic is a stinker. And also he's going to want some hefty wages as well. So forget that. Second one, I would say is more apparently, like according to Cole Anchor, his name's Khan. You say it as Moise Khan, but we know him as Moise Keane. Moise Keane, and I feel like Cole Anchor kind of said this perfectly. He's never really found a home, and with Fiorentina, he's found his home. He's back. He's banging a lot of goals, and if you're going to take someone away from that comfort because he's never really settled anywhere in any club, then that might be a little bit of a problem. I feel like he would definitely be more than tempted to get back at a top club where his name's going to be seen a lot more. He's actually a very good player. 40 million, are they saying? 35, 40 million would be his price, potentially. I feel like United, we're linked with him for sure. I think he would definitely thrive in some scenarios, but he might struggle in others. So that's another option. And the last one is Mateta. And I don't see why we keep not going for him. You know, and if you're going to talk about, we're going to still need to sell, to buy and all that bullshit, which is probably the truth, as far as we know, then Mateta surely costs you between 40 and 50 million. I feel like you can't extend that. And we know that Crystal Palace like to talk shit. But last time I checked, that Mateta has, 1 year left on his deal? Let's check that. I'm going to double check just in case it's not the case. He joined in 2021. His contract expires in 2027. All right, he's got 2 years left on his deal. He had a contract extension in 2024, December, so last season. He's got 2 years left on his deal. I feel like he's the best scenario because of he's a bit more of a facilitator. But I don't know if even then, when it does come to Crystal Palace, if we're being totally honest with ourselves, when Gahey had 2 years left on his contract last year, they were asking for 65 to 70 million. Now, when it comes to their key striker, I can see in another scenario where they don't want to sell him. And I've been told that he's not for sale either. So, well, not being told, I pretty much know. Because actually, you know what? It's all been through the news. But they're going to probably want to actually go and get They're going to request, 60 million? So, it might not be between a range of 40 to 50 million. I don't see them selling for 40 to 50 million, considering how crap this market is for strikers. Might not be the best case scenario. So, but that's the only other 3 strikers that I have in my mind that we've been remotely linked with that United might be interested in. United, it's kind of obvious for all these striker targets that we're trying to go and get. They're all quite similar. Running channels, relentless running at that, to be fair. Pressing. Kolo Muani is a good presser. Watkins is a good presser. Sesko is a part of a pressing team already. He's a good presser. Moise Keane, if you look at the way Fiorentina play, they like to play a higher line. They like to press. They like to try to win the ball back. So that's that. United's got to get their act together. So again, it's which one are we going to choose? I feel like the way Cole Anchor was kind of talking about, he was talking along the lines of probably Watkins is the best case scenario. And even when he was, and this was 2 days ago, I watched it yesterday, and he was even talking about, even upstairs when they're talking about the most ideal kind of Ineos, Amorim kind of striker, the only one is Watkins. I feel like the only way we're going to get Watkins if Garnacho goes the other way. The key transfer is Garnacho. You know, Watkins doesn't cost as much as Jackson, let alone Sesko. So let's rubbish that off very quickly. Even Sam C came out yesterday alongside others and say Jackson this summer is considerably unlikely. It's just not happening. Unless, and then David Ornstein comes out this morning, which was on his, obviously on his podcast, just talking about pretty much the same kind of things that we've been talking about. It's kind of a head fuck slightly. Actually, you know what? Let me double check as well. Just I don't want to feel like I've missed out on anything. Why? What? All right, there we go. I've seen all this in Bumo stuff as well. Look, United are not currently pursuing Nicholas Jackson. Situation and changing their finances of a potential deal after significantly, whatever that means. Jadon Sancho apparently is now on hold, according to DiMarzio. He's backtracking, just talking mad shit. Benjamin Sesko is not currently a serious target due to the cost of his fee and his salary, which is deemed incompatible with United's budget. Vitek is expected to arrive in Austria soon to be loaned to Sturm Graz, so that whole Vitek stuff is done. And yeah, pretty much everything else that we already know. Like Rasmus Højlund still could go, which is nice, but again, like United need to tell him to go find a new club. I feel like United are just buying their time, because if they tell them to go buy a new club and then all of a sudden the season starts and we've got a new striker, and you've got an unhappy striker who's not only just shit, he's going to be even more shit. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. That's where we're at with strikers. Keane going to Everton after he was cooking as a youngster at Juventus is such a bad career move. Who advises these players? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't even know who his agent was. Was it Minariola? I have no idea. I can imagine it being Minariola. Make sure you smash the likes as well. I don't know what likes we're on. Can someone tell me the like button? Because I haven't exactly got it on. You know what? I'll double check that now. Unless someone can tell me off the bat of their heads. We're on 49 likes. That's absolutely nothing short of shit and diabolical. Nothing short and shit of diabolical. That means a lot of you have not liked it. 270 in the house, but you can't be asked to smash the likes. It's crazy. Anywho, let me see this. Most people are not aware that Romano said the loan deal for Rashford to Barcelona has a penalty fee if Barcelona doesn't sign him at the end of the million. I saw that yesterday. Even though it's an option, there's an actual cancellation fee as well. It's not exactly a cancellation fee. It's just a penalty, isn't it? So United gets something at the end. I just realized if we sack this manager, we don't have a left winger. Say if we need to change the formation back to up three. I mean, that's where our coach is going to have to coach. You know, Cunha can play over there. Who cares? He can play over there. Who else can play over there? Someone else. It'll work out the way it needs to work out. And also, we're on one game a week. We'll be fine. I don't even know why you're even thinking about sacking anyone. All the wingers of today are dog shit. Garnacho was shit, and so was Rashford. So who gives a fuck? Well, that's up to them. You know, we see actually. You know what the whole thing with Garnacho? He said his what was it? Loading up was that his post? I mean, loading up is nice, but please load up with a football club. Get going. 40 million is an absolute steal at this point. I mean, I would do it. I said this in January. United got what, a 45 million fee or something like that, holding out for a little bit more. But Garnacho was the whole salary issue. I feel like Garnacho, whoever's advising him is his options are becoming smaller and smaller at this point. Load up to another team. If he doesn't get a pre-season, then he's doing himself no favors. Let me write this. One sec. I think it can't get any worse than last season for United, so I think Amorim stays for the season. Well, my whole take on it is there's a lot of the window to go, and I can see within, give it a week, and this fan base is going to be melting down if there's nothing happening concrete, like for a player to come in the door. Another, I feel like the easiest transfer to do at this point is probably the goalkeeper. I don't feel like United fans wouldn't exactly be displeased with that. I don't feel like Emi Martinez is financially viable, and there's no way. I don't see how we spend 30 million on Emi Martinez. I don't want to spend 30 million on Emi Martinez. Apparently, Aston Villa's got a bit more of their financial part of it all is okay. You know, it's not as bad as what others made it out to be. So they're fine, but they do need to still comply with certain rules in UEFA. So getting rid of wages is definitely a thing. I just don't feel like United should waste any time on that. I know they're saying they're deciding internally what the move should be, but I feel like Onana's not going anywhere. So going to get Emi Martinez makes absolute no sense. There's no point purchasing him if you're going to have Emi Martinez and Onana. As that's what's been said over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Onana got injured. Apparently he's going to come with us on tour still. He's going to be fine. You know, I thought he'd be out for the most of the season. For the start of the season, but not looking likely. United should go. I feel like United should go for this Lamans and go from there. You know, when you were talking about in the region of 10 to 17 million, I mean, surely you need to free up some squad space. But I just say, what was Bigindi's price? By the way, what was Bigindi's price? It's, what is it, 5 million? If that, send him to the gulag. I couldn't care. Let's go get another goalkeeper in the door. Send him to the gulag. Just like, you're not a part of it. Go find somewhere else. United, even though we talk about United being ruthless, United have been ruthless in certain areas, of course. But be ruthless with this one. We don't care if you're trying to be part of United or trying to fight for your starting spot. You're shit. You know, you don't trust him. You can't trust having that man in the net. He is so dodgy, man. I don't know who actually scouted him out. Who scouted him out? Horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I think 4.3 million, whether it's a backup goalkeeper or not, I think he's horrible. I don't even think he's worth 4.3 million. He's generally a horrible goalkeeper. Oh yeah, that was crazy, Joe. I swear to God. Structures when the manager adapts to the club's system, not the other way around. Managers come and go. This 3-4-3 system is shite. Clueless football club. Well, we'll see what happens within all of that. You know, we're not going to be able to do anything unless we go and get a central midfielder. I mean, you can go get all the firepower you want in the world, but if your midfield can't even keep up with pressing, then what is it? Yeah, United. I don't know why we're so shit at selling so much. It does my head in. By the way, what did you say? I'm 10 what? 10? Oh. How many subscribers? 9 subscribers away from 7K. So if anyone hasn't done that yet, it's a good time to double check that. Again, gulag him. I would have gulagged him. You know, I feel like United won't be able to ever sell him. You know, you got whatever you get for Luke Shaw. He came nearly about 10 years ago, if not 11 years ago, going on. What's the point? Just gulag him. Even if someone picks him up for like 5 million, who cares? You're not going to get no money for him. How many years has he got left on his contract? Because I can't wait for him to leave. There's no way this guy's here for another 2 years. Oh my God, he's still got 2 years left on his contract. What the fuck? Terminate his contract. I hope you know what? I hope for next season, United terminate his contract. There's no reason for him to being around. No reason. He is a waste of space. He's a waste of space, man. But here we are anyways. These 3 players that United want is looking absolutely crusty. I just don't see it. I'm just trying to find some positives within it. Like I feel like if we can't move for anyone, then we're going to be in for a little bit of a shit time in terms of content creations. There's going to be a lot of speculation, probably a lot of bullshit rumors. I just don't see where it's like, oh, United are going to move for said player that we really need. We really need a midfielder, man. I see. You know what I see with Ruben Amorim. He doesn't really care. I feel like he doesn't actually care as much for the midfield. I do believe that now. He wants someone who's just a bit more robust. You know, you could call it industrious type of midfielder. You know, when it comes to like the back defending, you know, it's fine. You know, you got your Gyokeres, he can run back. That's his game. But when it comes to front pressing, front defending, trying to get, you know, just trying to clamp the players, it's just sniffing out danger. I feel like the club are hoping Sekou Kone ends up being a lot better than what they anticipated, and so that means we don't have to go and get a new player. You know, United need that kind of the mean Kamara kind of player. Sekou Kone sniffs out danger very quickly. The issue is he's very raw, very, very raw, and it always come back down to the one situation. You know, United need an athletic midfielder, someone that's going to get up and down, do a lot of it. It's just. It's the midfield is a huge problem. Anyways, we're going to go and redirect to Mons. So on that notice, we'll be back later on. I'm hoping something drops, something a little bit more concrete at that. So make sure you go rate that up. And then, yeah, make sure you subscribe and get this video to 100 likes. 13 away. So in a bit.